What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be talking about Far Cry 6. This is going to be part 2 of what I think should be in the game, what I think should be present and should be available to the player base in the game. And 100% what I think should be involved in this game to give it somewhat of a great experience. And the first thing I want to get on to about that I want to talk about is one thing I definitely want to get changed about this game from the previous titles is the AI system. The AI system is horrible. It's been horrible since Far Cry 4. Well, not since Far Cry 4. I give Far Cry 4 a pass. They were at least smart, but Far Cry 5 and the New Dawn, those two were the worst AI systems I've ever seen in my life. And I don't mean that I'm not being nice about it. I'm just being brutally honest about it. They're garbage. They're horrible. Because they don't pose a challenge to you or pose a threat to you in any way, shape, or form. And they haven't been posing a threat to you. Even when you play Far Cry 5, they don't do anything to you. The only way they'll pose a threat to you if they're completely killing you in all categories, either the numbers game or either you're just in a highly dangerous territory area. That's the only way you could die, is if there's too many of them or you're in a territory full of people and full of animals that get in the way and get you killed. And I'm not saying that the AI system has to be changed. No, I'm saying that, well, it has to be changed. Sorry about that. It has to be changed to something better. It has to be changed to, hell, I'd rather prefer them use Last of Us 2's AI system functions, because Last of Us 2 actually had AIs that were fighting you, giving you a challenge, and actually posed a struggle to you. This game does not do that. These AIs, they're so dumb that they can't even sit there and fight you if you're trying to do a close knife kill on them. It's like they just want to be it's like they just want to die. They don't even fight back and try to give you at least a struggle, give you at least a little bit of a experience with fighting a real person. That's the whole point of a game like that, especially with Last of Us. It's a survival game. And that's the one thing I loved about Last of Us 2 is the survival mentality that the AIs had, where they would just actually fight you and pose a actual threat to you no matter what it is, no matter if it's the numbers game or no matter if it's just a large amount of people going around you from all corners. At least I felt like I had a challenge in that game. This game does not pose a challenge, especially with AIs that just sit there and do stupid things the whole time. And the second thing I want to change, the game is free mode. We already know that, but Far Cry 5 with its free mode ruined the entire free mode experience. And what I mean by ruin is that every time you played against people, well, played against the AI or driving around in the city, you run out of ammo so fast and so quick in this game. Like, the damn game makes you lose so much ammo from fighting in a single fight that you didn't start. And it's impossible to sit here and say that you probably bothered the enemies. No. Hell, there's no enemies to bother. There's no enemies to bother. There's no enemies to get you to even feel like you're being threatened by anything, because the environment in the Far Cry 5 game was so dry and so dense that you're driving on a road, you barely see that many people. It's usually the road's clear. But even when you go against enemies, there's a bunch of enemies draining up your bullets. Hell, I'm fine with enemy patrols, but at least make it to where the ammo system is larger, or you can upgrade the weapons to where it's a larger clip, it's a larger magazine, it's a larger ammo stock, instead of having you burn through ammo every single time. And especially since Far Cry 5 had such scarce ammo. So the third thing, definitely would like to see what this game will look like. Hopefully they will give information on this game real soon, and especially what I hope to see, hopefully it'll be in the game. But the next thing I want to talk about is solely purpose on the experience of the game. This game needs to have just all around human inhabitants. And what I mean by that is that Far Cry 5 lacks in having anybody around, and we're supposed to be in a country area in Far Cry 5. In this one, we're supposed to be in a whole nation, I think. So why in the previous Far Cries there's no human inhabitants, there's no people around, there's mostly animals? Like, I would like to have the game have at least goddamn people around. I would definitely want to see at least people around, have actual environments being exploited in the game. Like, you play the game to have an experience. You play it to get lost in a different reality. How the hell can I get lost in a different reality if there's no goddamn people to make me feel like I'm actually in a live, real life setting? That's the whole point of the game, which the Far Cry game, Far Cry 5 did not do and Far Cry 4 did not do. So I definitely have to say, add something. I don't care if you have to add buildings or something. Just give the damn area, give the free setting, the free mode setting of the game, which is the most thing that's supposed to shine in Far Cry games, something. Like, give it something to get the players intrigued. Give it, hell, I don't care if you have to go Watch Dogs Legion style and put freaking advanced lighting, make it look nice and everything. Just put something that actually will attract our attention and actually keep us interested in the game. And the fifth and final thing about the game, as far as vehicles go, I'm fine with vehicles that we have. I'm fine with everything, but why can't we, especially since this is kind of a survival game, why can't we just be able to build our own type of cars? Why can't we just craft cars? Why can't we do that? I'm just being honest with that. Because the cars in this game, in every previous Far Cry game, from Far Cry 4 to 5 and the New Dawn, I think New Dawn had it. Haven't played that game in a long time. Forgot what it has, but I'm just going to say Far Cry 4 and 5. Far Cry 4 and 5 have at least, doesn't have at least the unique car system that everybody will want to see. I'm tired of seeing Jeeps, trucks, and just regular cars. How about you make it interesting on our end and actually have us be able to make or craft different type of cars that would actually be fun to use and be unique in its own way. Because hell, the fast travel, not fast travel, just driving around, it's boring. It's boring driving around in these bland cars. Right, hell, if you don't want to add the crafting system, at least add more cars, especially if since this area is based off of a whole nation, I think. Forgot the setting of this game, but at least make the game have some type of unique traveling system where it's not boring. Because every car in the previous games is always boring, it's always bland, it's always generic, the same things. So seeing new cars like sports cars and all that stuff, I would definitely want to see that at least in the game. So that's all for this video. This is the part 2 of it that I definitely wanted to do. But I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell. And I will see you in the next video.